Hello there and welcome to another Hunt Showdown event survey, this time Road to Hell. I will try to upload this in time and put the link to the survey in the description. However, I'm recording this on the 19th of July at 1 in the morning and I'm not here the whole day tomorrow, so actually the 19th, so let's see, maybe I can put it off in time. I just did this, or started this, before the realization kicked in that my mic did not record. So the first page I already saw, we play Hunt on PC. And on a scale of 1 to 5, that's not enjoyable at all until extremely enjoyable. How do we like this update? And I honestly have mixed feelings about this, for two reasons. First of all, I like the idea about the whole concept around the event, but at the same time I am not happy with how fast the game plays recently. And I know I said recently on the last event survey that I know that we are still far away from Call of Duty and whatnot, and we still are. But the amount of people that recklessly repeat you while they are still bleeding, are poisoned, are burning, just storm in with a katana, it's insane. And I don't actually know where this is coming from, because the recent balance changes made that possible. Not just the last event, but the sum of all the last few updates made that possible. So I will also put this in a text box, but this will take a while, so probably cut this out. Alright. If you want to read this, you can pause for a second. We will continue. How do you rate the Battle Pass rewards? There was nothing that I disliked. The hunters look cool, the charms look decent, I won't play them, but they look good. Equipment skins look good, equipment animations. Yep, especially the syringe was really good. Player profile items. Nah. Actually, the charms we should also play not applicable because I don't use them actually. They look good, yes, but I'm not really satisfied because I don't use them anyway. How do you feel about the speed of the Battle Pass progression? Neither. I'm not a good mark for this. I finished the stuff quite early, even though I didn't play event bonus hunters, so yeah. How would you rate the Battle Pass? Overall, very satisfied. I'm happy. With update 2.8, we launched an inventory rework. Oh yeah. Weapons are assigned a size from 1 to 5, as opposed to the previous small, medium, large. The player's default weapon capacity is 5, now can be extended to 6 with Quartermaster. Tools and consumables are no longer restricted by type. Players can freely equip any tool and consumable to any slot in any combination. Consumables are restricted to 4 instances of the same type: throwables, placeables, shots, and tarot cards. How do you feel about the aspect of the inventory rework? Weapon balancing changes. Okay, where do I start here? First of all, this completely ruined how I built my weapon guide for beginners. Personal feelings aside, I think the changes are overall good. However, there are some balancing changes that came according to this that I cannot agree to. For example, the Frontier Ammo nerf is not necessary in my opinion. Also, some nerfs like the Marco muscle velocity nerf, I don't understand why this happened, but overall I'm satisfied. Upgrade points cost increase for Quartermaster from 6 to 8. I'm actually dissatisfied about this one. Listen, you have already one more point now. You can use a 3 and a 2 weapon without anything. You can bring a Frontier, a Vetterli, a Mosin Obras match, the new long ammo rifle as well, then 1890 cavalry, and you can bring a 2-slot shotgun. And the Berthier is fucking 3 slots. The Berthier should be 4 slots. That increase in points was not necessary in my opinion. Consumable limit of 4 per type. I, funnily enough, tried to play Merchant today. So, I tried to roleplay as a Merchant, it went terribly. But point is that this was the only time where I wanted to bring more than 4 placeables. So other than that, I guess I'm okay. It's not really that I'm happy about it, but it's also not really bothering me. Weapon size changes, I'm partially dissatisfied. Because you have that stuff already happening, that the balance was there beforehand to a certain extent, and then you had some weapons that didn't make sense, and now we have the same issue. The bow is 3 slots, but the crossbow is 4. The crossbow should not be 4 slots, in my opinion. The bomb lens is also 3 slots. The Berthier is also 3 slots. The Berthier and the bomb lens are nowhere close to the same power level. The Berthier should be 4. I'm not sure how they... So, some of the weapons don't follow their own explanation. So a Krytek, if you see this, I highly doubt it, but if you see this, can you explain that, please? I honestly don't understand it. And if there's a reason for that, I would love to hear that. Because the Berthier, in my opinion, has nothing to look into the 3-slot part, and the crossbow shouldn't be in the 4-slot part. I think my assumption is that you wanted to try to stop the explosive arrows 4-stack crossbow gameplay. But the explosives are already scarce. I don't know. And then the same would apply to the bow and the Chukunu. And the Chukunu is 2 slots and the bow is 3. The Chukunu you can bring 2 without even Quartermaster. And again, the explosives are scarce, but you can't do it. Anyway. Base capacity set to 5. Again, it's more the balancing around it. UI functionality with the gear screen, I have no idea what you're talking about. How much do you agree or disagree with the following statement about inventory rework? It allowed more flexibility when selecting tools and consumables. Yes, I highly agree. It opened up more weapon combinations. No. No. You purposefully did that to block certain combinations. Other combinations that are frequently played are still frequently played. Like bow katana. That's still possible, even without Quartermaster. No, it limits more now than before. Yes, you have some weird things like Berthier riposte with Berthier Deadeye or Marksman. But do you really need that? Why is the thing 3 slots? I don't know. Its addition has made the game more healthy for the meta. Disagree. It gave weapons clearer roles. I just said I don't understand some of these points, so I have to disagree here. It improved overall weapon balance. Nah, we just have other things that are problematic now. We took the problem and shoved it somewhere else. We now... Also, that's a point. Mosin Dolch was a really strong combination. You need Quartermaster now for that, but you can still play Mosin Dolch. You don't see that often anymore because... Well, you need Quartermaster for that, but it's still possible. But now you have other issues like Berthier bow or... anyway. It did not significantly upset the balance of tools and consumables. Honestly, from what I've seen, I don't think there's some crazy people like me playing more traps and only have 3 or 2 consumables therefore, but overall I think we're good. How do you feel about the choices available in each weapon size? 1, somewhat satisfied. 2, it's all the shotguns and the haymaker and the uppercut and the Dolch. I guess that's good. Size 3 weapons, dissatisfied. Size 4 weapons, dissatisfied. Size 5 weapons, somewhat satisfied. What weapon do you feel didn't feel the current size? Crossbow should be 3 slots. Berthier should be 4 slots. Bow should be 4 slots if crossbow doesn't leave that. They should be the same size. Alright, then we have that one. How do you feel about the inventory rework overall? Weapon capacity changes? Actually, I'm more satisfied about the tools and consumables. Overall I think the idea was good. But we just moved the problem from one dominating thing to another. The people like me who play the Mosin silencer or Nagant silencer or Vandal Bullseye and Spectre or Bomb Lance and Nagant silencer. These are the minority. Most people I see play either a Berthier or a bow together with something other disgusting. I don't know. Anyway. How do you feel about the following weapons using special long ammo instead of long ammo? I absolutely hate that idea. Again, I get why they did that, but I hate the idea. Because if you are not an asshole and you pick 2 long ammo weapons, or if you are, let me rephrase that. If you are playing the Mosin Nagant, like I do, because you like that rifle, you like the feeling, you like the sound, you like the overall history that you connect with that, because the Mosin Nagant was already a famous rifle when I was a teenager and playing Call of Duty 1 and 2, not Modern Warfare, the actual Call of Duty 1 and 2. I just enjoy that, and I combine that very often with Bornheim, or I don't know. My default loader for the Mosin always was Mosin Nagant and Bornheim silencer, and I cannot reload my ammo from normal ammo crates anymore. I get a punishment on my favorite weapon in the game that I can't play anymore now because I waste way too many shots. My aim is not that good. Mosin is not reliable enough for me to play anymore. I get punished for other people abusing that. And yes, I get that this is a problem, especially in high MMR, an MMR where I will never ever be. But for that very same reason, why do I get punished for that? Yes, of course, I also use the Aftermath and the Sparks pistol. But come on, that's fun. At least in my opinion. And you also need to be able to play that. I don't know. Straight away, all very dissatisfied. I dislike that very much. How do you feel about the falling out hopes becoming scarce? About Spitze and Explosive, I don't care. About Dum Dum, I'm actually satisfied. Dum Dum was way too dominant in the past. How do you feel about the following aspects of the Stronghold compound? Location of the Stronghold on the map. That's fine. There's none that really bothers me. But there are a few that I really like. For example, the one between Mar Battery and Ironworks on Lawson. That looks really amazing. I also like that there is now something that you can do and not just that whole empty bridge. Size of the vent compound, I like it a lot. It's huge, you have a lot of things to explore. Inclusion of the Maxime with the Stronghold, I just like it a lot. Thank you. Aesthetics, love it. Inclusion of the cage boss target within the Stronghold, also love it. Variety of Stronghold designs, love every single one of them. One of them that was in the Saal was a little bit confusing in the beginning, but I got the hang of it now and I absolutely love it. Cargo crates reward value, neither. I think they're too strong, but I mentioned it already a few times on stream. So a bounty token is worth $100. If you didn't kill the boss and didn't banish, you only collected it because you took it from another hunter, you got $100. Or 125 for the white one, I think, or is it the sealed one? One of them is 125. So on average you get 200 if you extract 2 tokens. The strong $100 crate is worth 250. So that crate is more valuable for you than a bounty token. Actually, more valuable than 2 bounty tokens. The bounties are not worth enough for this game to be a center around anymore. The only reason why people run to boss targets now is for PvP. And the bounty is a nice side dish. I don't know, but for me that's not good. Pathing within the Stronghold is mostly good. Again, one was really confusing, but that's fine. Cargo crates reward variety. Mostly satisfied, but again, I think they're too strong. How was it for you or your team to do the following when playing around the Stronghold? Finding items within the Stronghold. Somewhat easy, again, one was confusing, other than that it was fine. Navigating through the Stronghold, also somewhat easy. Attacking the Stronghold. If you didn't get a concertina asshole in there, sorry for my language, but there are some people that are just picking bows with concertina arrows, which are not scars. They go into the Stronghold and they concertina the shit out of it. And then they use the ammo crates and the other stuff to refill and fight you. And you just can't enter, because if you shoot one open with a dynamite, you can't rush in fast enough for them not to seal it off with concertina again. But besides that one specific scenario that occurred to me like 5 times during the whole event, and I played a lot, I think that's good. Defending the Stronghold was also okay. It wasn't difficult, it wasn't easy, it was okay. It depends a lot on your positioning, obviously, whatnot. How do you feel about the overall gameplay experience with the Stronghold? I'm satisfied. Next. How much do you agree or disagree about the following statement about the cargo balloon? I understood the balloon had space for 1 bounty token. Strongly agree. I understood that activating multiple gas valves inflates the balloon faster. Yes. I understood I had to inflate the balloon to extract rewards. Yes. I knew I had to have. I knew I just have to launch the balloon to receive the rewards. Yes. I knew I had to activate the gas valves to inflate the balloon. Yes. I understood that the balloon. I understood the balloon had space for 4 cargo crates. Yes. It was all easy. How do you feel about the overall gameplay experience with the balloon? Very satisfied. I talked about this on stream already once or twice, but I love the idea about the balloons, especially because lore-wise, that gives you tons of reasons. Also that opens a lot lore-wise. A lot of options lore-wise. So this is something that I really love about this. I like the whole balloon thingy because of the whole aviation thing and whatnot. I absolutely like balloons and zeppelins and all that stuff, airships. But I also like what this could mean for the story and the future development of the game. And the story in the game. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love it. How do you feel about the new weapons from this event? The cavalry... I like it. Honestly, I like it more than I thought. Yes, it's somewhat useless in a way, because you have the Martini Henry that is doing a better job on that, you have the Sparks that's doing a better job on that, you have the Springfield that's doing a better job on that. But at the same time, the 3 slots give it a reason and it's very cheap. The Maxime I honestly dislike. I know I play it every now and then when I have the chance to and it's an opportunity there. But especially the Maxime, and I go ahead and do the question real quick. What do you think about the balance of the following weapons for the event? Maxime, very powerful. I don't know if you saw my first video of this event where I played the Maxime in the rain and I burst fired across a river and dealt headshots to hunters that are 30 meters away. I know it's spray and pray and I know this is a rare thing to happen, but that shouldn't happen. You shouldn't randomly burst into a bush and deliver headshots. And I know this is RNG and I was very lucky, but this happened not just once but several times to me, you know? The Maxime is a lot more precise than the huge crosshair wants you to believe. Or at least in my hands, I don't know. The 1890 Cavalry is somewhat weak, I want to say almost, but I guess neither is the better option here. I think the 1890 is in a good spot as it is now. I considered for a while if it would need more special ammo than FMJ and high velocity, but honestly I don't think so. I think it's in a good spot. With 2.8 we introduced 0 downtime updates. The game remains available throughout, so you can continue to play games for some time before you need to update to a newer version. Did you see this in-game newsfeed article about announcing 0 update? Yeah. No, I didn't see this article, but I don't look at these news mostly. Which platform do you play Showdown primarily on? Steam. How many hours in total do you have? 1,000 plus for a while now. Is Showdown your primary game you play and follow? Yes. Yes, I wouldn't even say it's one of many games I play regularly, because yes, I play a little bit of Roco here and there, and I play a little bit of Jump Space here and there, or Jump Ship it's called now, I think. Jump Space it's called now, okay. And I played some other games every now and then, but as a main game, Hunt Showdown is the only one I think at the moment. I started 2024. And we have Austria here, thank you very much. That's it. Cool. Yeah. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. This survey for me is honestly a lot more negative than the last ones. And I want to add something that I want to say here as well, because there was no part of that in the survey, but at the moment the matchmaking and MMR feel terrible. I did also mention that in my last gameplay video, because I didn't consider that I do the survey that fast. But I just had some time and, well, yeah. And one thing that I noticed during this event is in the beginning, the first 2 weeks, the matchmaking was amazing. I assume this is because more people played, or they changed something in the backend, I have no idea. But in the beginning, the matchmaking was good. As a 3-star solo, I was mostly in 2 to 3-star lobbies. Balancing was good, I think. I had no major breakouts in one way or another. Either I had somewhat decent games that I'm winning, or I had somewhat decent games that I'm losing. The balance in the first 2 weeks was just given, at least for me. And then in week 3, we had this I think decrease in player numbers again. I don't know what else could have caused it. But we had that issue that, well, suddenly either I was the one that was in a much higher MMR lobby. I played against 4, 5 and sometimes even 6-star lobbies. Well, not whole lobbies, but single people being in my lobby as a 3-star. There are 4, 5 and 6 stars. And I also had the opposite, like you see my last gameplay video now, where I am a 3-star in a 1-star lobby. And I don't know if this can be fixed by 5-minute longer waiting times or so, but I would gladly accept that if that means I can actually play against my own MMR. Because what happens if you put a quote-unquote normal 3-star in a 1-star lobby, obviously, is that they will completely stomp them. The 10 kills in my game in the last videos tell you everything. On the other side, if I play against a much better player, yes, of course, the argument could be I could learn something from watching them and whatnot. Yeah, sure. But at the same time, I don't have fun, because I just get stomped and owned over and over again. We had one evening where I dropped down to 2 stars actually, because I lost fights against 4 and 5 stars the whole evening as a solo. It's all on Twitch, at least for another 2 months or so. You can go watch that, I don't mind. I don't remember the exact date, I would need to look it up, but if you're interested, I'll look it up and send the VOD to you. Message me in the comments, I don't care. But that's just something that is ruining the fun of Hunt for me. In combination with the fact that the game gets faster every patch right now, it feels. It's not much, it's just a bit every patch. We have faster cycle times, we have traits introduced that allow single shot weapons to fire faster. We have, yeah, I don't know. Also, we have traits and the tarot cards that allow faster gameplay too. You get hit while you rush towards an enemy. Yeah, play the garden, you're good. I think overall the direction Hunt is going in is not a bad one in itself, but it's moving faster, and more aggressive plays will be more rewarded nowadays. And I don't know if I like that. I still like the game. I just am not sure if I can keep up with that, because I was never good at fast shooters or fast shooter games. And having Hunt being introduced to me and having that option to play slower, to play with knowledge, to play around other people with traps and skills and wits, and maybe not needing to aim that much, that's moving further and further away right now. And for many other Hunt players it might not be an issue, but for me it is. Because I'm not good at aiming, and I don't need to hide that. Most of my kills, especially in the last few weeks, are bomb blends when I surprise people, are traps. Really good rifle kills are getting more and more rare for me, at least. But yeah, that's just my 5 cents. That's what I experience right now. I'm looking forward to your opinion in the comments. That being said, thanks for watching. Have a good night, good day, depending on, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.